Everyone, it's Adele and April from Just Say Scrap with Close to My Heart, and we are here with our 53rd Technique Tuesday. So once again, you can see we are separated by a computer screen, but we're close, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so today we are going to be doing second generation stamping, and I guess it's basically self-explanatory. We've done it a few times, but we are going to show you a little bit more about it and some more techniques that go along with it, right?
That's right.
All right. So we are using two different stamps today and two of our brand new colors. So,
Yeah. Well, everything is new, the stamps and the inks.
so,
Yay!
all right, here we go.
To start our second generation stamping today, we will be using the Christmas Countdown stamp. It's brand new, came out September 1st. We'll be using our Clover ink, also brand new, and we're going to be using a 1x1 block and of course our paper and our Versamat to stamp on. So I'm just going to turn the Versamat over and I'm going to open this up. And remember, if this stamp has been used a lot so far, but if it's a new stamp, you'd want to put it on your block and you'd want to season it, so you could just rub it against your skin to get that stickiness off if it's a new stamp. And then you want to make sure that you have a scrap piece of paper to test your stamp on. So we are going to just be using one of the Close to My Heart mats here. And you're going to make sure that your image comes out clear. So what we're going to do now is we're going to stamp it in the first generation and second generation. I'm going to make a forest type picture with the stamping. So what I'm going to do, I am going to stamp in the first generation the tree, and then I'm just going to make a row of first generation stamps, and then as I go along I'm going to start using second generation stamps for a background, so that it looks like a little forest. And then you could even use third generation to make it even look deeper. So there goes my first generation, and now I'm going to just do second generation to go and make the trees look like they're further in the background. And I'm going to come off the page a little over here. And now I'm just going to stamp, well, I'm going to stamp third generation. So I would go 1, 2, and then in the back, and 1, 2, and in the back, and 1, 2. Just, you could vary the heights of the trees just to get an idea of the different shading. That would be an example of first generation, second generation, and third generation stamping. You can also, I'll do it on the other side of this paper, you can do the first generation, second generation, third generation, and if you keep going, you might be able to get more generations of stamping out of it. You could use this in several different things. You could use it with a word that you want to shadow. You could use it with circles to just do backgrounds with. It's a very easy technique. And now we're going to go on to our next project, and we'll be using our Hello Pumpkin card making stamp and thin cuts, and we're also going to be using our Nectarine inks, which is also these two, the stamp and thin cuts, and the inks are also new as of September 1st. I took the liberty of cutting out the thin cuts of the pumpkins already. And we will be using the 2x2 block and a 1x1 block. So in your stamps and thin cuts, you will get your stamps that are on the carrier sheet, and then you will get the package of thin cuts, which coordinate with the stamps. They're really great to use. Today we're going to be using the pumpkin and the little top for the pumpkin. So I'm just going to take this off the carrier sheet and put it onto my block. And then this stamp is new, so I'm going to just season it up. And I'm going to do the same thing with the little top to the pumpkin. Nicely season that up. And I'm going to take my scrap paper. I already have my Versamat turned over from before. And I'm just going to move this over here. Oh, and we're going to need, I forgot, we're going to need our Clover ink again. And just to make sure that I seasoned this well enough, I'm just going to ink it up and stamp an image so you could see that that came out nice. I'm just going to do it one more time. So I'm going to put that on the side for now, and then I'm just going to take the stem and ink that up and just make sure that that's good, and that is. So right now I'm going to stamp 3 of our thin cuts, and we're going to turn them the right way. And with the thin cuts, you just want to make sure when you ink it up that you have them lined up with the shape of your stamp. So this is going to be in first generation. So we're going to do a first generation inking of the thin cut. And I'm going to do all 3 of those. What's good about the clear acrylic stamps is that you can see when the stamp is inked up well. There we have our 3 pumpkins there. And now we're just gonna stamp the base, not the base, the stems. So now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna use this piece of paper and we're gonna use second generation to stamp up the pumpkins. And then I'm going to second generation this on my project. I'm gonna do it 2 more times. And I'm gonna do the same with the stem. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 3 pumpkins that I stamped in first generation ink and take my foam tape, and I'm gonna put some foam tape on the back of each pumpkin, and then we're gonna place it on our project. So there you go. And this would be great on a card or a layout. You can use the second generation in the background and then use the first generation and pop them up to make them look like a pumpkin patch. And there you have it. That's second generation stamping.
And that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and we will get back to you. We'd also like to say thank you to all of our new subscribers and followers out there. Thank you for following our journey. We are glad you are with us.
And we also would like to thank all of emergency personnel because we just want to, we don't want to let this opportunity go by to thank them on this very solemn day. So we just send out our prayers to everyone who was affected by 9/11, and we want to just thank everybody who is in emergency services. And thank you.
Yes, thank you for continuing to keep us safe. So, all right, I guess that's Technique Tuesday, and we will be seeing you next Tuesday.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
What are you doing?
Come on! Oh my heavens.
What is he doing? Look at your camera.
Well, the camera's right there, right? That's where I'm looking.
So today we are doing base and shade stamping. As you can see, we are once again.
We're not doing base and shade. We're doing second generation stamping.
I just asked you if we were doing. One more time. Where'd you go? There you are.
You're making me dizzy, girl.
Ready?
I do. What am I? Yes.
Okay. So today we are going to be and that's Technique Tuesday. Thank you for watching. We hope you've enjoyed. Am I not recording? Okay, yeah. Ready again.